I don't know which one went wrong. Either way, we'll let it go. We'll see what's happening. I think it was the YouTube one. Anyhow, my name is Brian Swanson.
I'm Dr. Michelle Moroz.
We're Denim and Pearls.
We're business casual with
Pearls of Wisdom
From the Porch.
And today we're going live and having problems with YouTube. But our topic today is
what's important.
What's important, and if it's important to you, nobody gives a damn.
It's all what's important to themselves. It's all the periphery of what's in it for me. You've heard that before, right?
Definitely. What's in it for me? Sometimes we have to be a little selfish.
You have to be selfish.
You can't be always selfish, but just sometimes we have to be.
Well, we consider things selfish that really aren't selfish. It's self-care.
Well, yes, and it depends on what your destination is. Because you were just listening to something, and we were talking about work-life balance. And sometimes the work takes over, sometimes the life takes over, sometimes the relationship takes over. All these things can take over. And if you put too much focus on one, you'll lose focus on the others. Which
is why the words work-life balance, really, it's an oxymoron, because you really can't. Work-life balance, it's more like work-life juggling. So when the family needs you, you be there for your family. When work needs you, you go there to work. You've got to find where when something is in need is when you worry about it. You know, you've got to preempt it. But if you say, well, I'm going to make all this money, I'm going to be a millionaire, and I'm going to work, your family will suffer, and all that work you're going for, you're going to lose the family who you're working for.
All right, so let me ask you a stereotype. For me to be rich, to be a millionaire, or for me to be, say, a famous actor, does that mean I have to give up everything or at least sacrifice it in the beginning? So I'm always going to have a divorce?
No.
Or at least one, unlike Elizabeth Taylor with 5. But
I think she was collecting husbands. But no, that's the thing with work-life balance, work-life juggling. You have seasons in your business that are slower than others. You can still work. I mean, geez, we're always connected to our computers, but remember that you've got to schedule in family time, just like you have to scheduling meetings. And my big thing about time blocking on your calendar is you make sure you schedule time for your family, then there's work time, and then family. And that way, neither ever is feeling neglected.
I just think I should get single and not have to worry about that piece.
No, because then you'd be lonely. See, have you noticed that? People who are young people want to be older. Older people want to be younger. People who are single want to be in a relationship, and those who are married kind of want to be single again. You know, you always want what you don't have, and we're always looking on that. What the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that the whole analogy makes no sense. Your grass would be green too if you watered it. And the only reason it's green is because you're not dealing with it, so someone else is watering it, so it looks good. You don't realize how much work it took for that other side to be green. If you did the same amount of effort, it would be green on your side. There.
Okay, I guess we're done.
Mic drop.
Oh, no, we didn't cover the other side of it.
Oh, okay, what?
Who really cares? Who gives a damn?
You do. For yourself.
Okay, so what you're saying about whose business?
My business, the other person's business, and God's business.
And I always say nobody's business, but on the other side of it, there's a flip to that, isn't there? From what we're talking about right now. It's a matter of not their business, it's a matter of whether they care.
Do they care? My business, the other person's. And the thing is, you know, I learned.
Do they care about your personal business? Do they care about your business?
I learned this lesson the hard way. So I was one of those people who did everything. I was the cook, the baker, the candlestick baker, the school mom, the classroom mom.
We all do that.
The one who made all the cookies, but I was also running political campaigns and talking to people and making sure that their campaign was going. I was taking care of everything, except for me. And then when I got in that car accident and lost everything, including my memory and all of that jazz, all those people I thought it was important for, all those people I thought that needed me and they would fall apart without me, kept going without me. They didn't even blink.
As the old song goes, life goes on without me.
Yep.
Cause I ain't got nobody.
Nobody cares
It's for
for
me.
me. Nobody. And it's true because people get locked up in their own lives. So when something happens to you, unless they are super duper close to you and what happens to you affects them, they tend not to go there. Or they'll do, oh, that's really bad. Send you flowers, maybe bring you a casserole. And then if you keep going in whatever negative you're in, whatever bad is happening, like in my case, I was out in and out for 2.5 years. The people who cared for the first couple of hours were gone. And the only ones who were there were the very, very close ones and my close family. And so you've got to realize that when you wish for something that's different, not you, and you do, I wish I had that because they're lucky. You know, look at Brian. He's got 5 cars. He's got everything. And then I put myself in his shoes and do, he's got 5 cars, but I don't want to maintain 5 freaking cars. I can't even do that.
I got 183 to go.
Exactly.
You know why?
Why?
So I can catch up with Jay Leno.
Or Sir Eric Swanson. That man's got a lot of cars.
Or just catching up with Eric.
But my thing is like, yeah, he's got all these cars, but he also he's a tinkerer. So even if I acquired all the cars he has, I couldn't maintain that because I don't know how to tinker with cars.
That's why you have other people do it for you. And you only work on the ones that are important to you.
But you're
well, they're all important to you, but
see, you're missing my point. You have 5 cars and you know who to go to, what's wrong, why you want them to work on it, what's really relevant and what's not relevant.
Right.
I would see, oh, that car has something. I need to bring it into, they need to fix it. And they can tell me, you need 25 things done. It's actually just 1 fuse. And I would believe them because I have no clue. So me having 5 cars makes no sense unless I've got the income to pay for someone else to take care of the 5 cars. So stop looking at other people's businesses, other people's lives, and wishing you had something because you think it's better. You don't know what they had to suffer to get that or what they do to maintain that.
Well, like they say, nothing is instantaneous. The success doesn't come instantaneously. We have to build it. We have to earn it. We have to work for it. We have to do all those other kind of things. But when people see it, it's just like, I don't know. Just take an actor or an actress, whichever. Just take one of them and all of a sudden they hit the scene, they become popular, those kind of things. And it's like, oh my gosh, success just easily came to them. Well,
you never saw the nighttime clubs that they were working the last shift between 11 and 1.
Especially like bands or comedians, you know.
They were getting
many clubs that they work every night?
Where the band was making $100 and you had to split among 6 of them. I mean, you don't know all of
Smith most of them living out of a van.
Like
5 guys in a van, and that's how they traveled from gig to gig to gig. And then finally one day something clicked.
And I've had people come up to me saying, I wish I had your life. And I do, don't say that.
Not when you don't know what
you don't know. Yeah, you don't know what I've gone through to get this life. And the things I do, even when I'm not feeling well, that I keep moving. I find ways, I'm like water, over, around, and through. I find ways to keep moving even when I don't want to. And so to get to where I am, where people are like, I wish I had your life, I do. But are you willing to have sacrificed what you would have to sacrifice to get to this? So always be careful what you wish for. And my thing is, it's like the universe is the genie in the lamp, and each one of us is Aladdin. Be very careful what you wish for, because the universe will say, as you wish, and it will not be the way you expected it. My whole thing, and I've got to go back to this brain injury thing.
I got you on a roll tonight.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My brain injury, that week was just horrific. I was tired. I was working 5 different campaigns. They were wrapping up. One of my candidates had just switched from a local office, running for office in the city, in the state, and then went to a national office. So it was chaotic. And I remember sitting at my computer that day saying, my God, please, I am so tired. I just need rest. 20 minutes later, I was in a car accident and I had rest for 2.5 years. So be careful what you wish for, because it will not come.
The secret here is don't be so stressed or else it's going to be a longer recovery.
Yes. You be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it, but it will not be the way you
So why
expect.
does it, when it comes to a genie, I'm going to go way off track here. When
No,
it
I
comes
love
to
genies
when it comes to a genie, why don't we wish for more wishes?
because it's against the rules. Don't you remember in Aladdin? The first thing he says, he has, wow, 3 wishes. And the genie says, you can't wish for more wishes. You can't wish for someone to fall in love with you. Nope, I can't do that.
Well, the other side of that is too is we have now we're dismantling genie and wishes, but you also there's a giving take for every wish that you make. Just because you wish for $1 million, that means either somebody else has got to lose it or you're going to lose something that's important to go with it.
Yes.
I think that's part of the lesson of the genie, of course.
Yes, you're gonna lose something. Oh wow! One of the people I worked with, and he used to say, "What do you want?" And people would say, "I want to make more money," and he'd give them a penny. Congratulations, you just made more money.
Ooh.
Be very careful what you wish for.
Well, there's this actually goes along with what's important. There's an old story out there, and I've probably heard it 100 different times, but nobody ever knows it. It's what's really interesting. There's an old cowboy. He's going through an old Western town. So you can picture the Western town and the bars and the saloons and stuff. And every Friday afternoon, he comes through town. All of the people in the town, they throw quarters and nickels and dimes at him, and then they throw dollars at him. And then he walks by and he picks up all the quarters, nickels, and dimes and never picks up the dollars. So the lesson here, somebody asked him, he says, why don't you ever pick up the dollars? You'd make more money. He says, because if I picked up the dollars, they'd quit throwing money. So think about that. It's getting what you've got, respecting,
having gratitude for
what you've got so that you can build something stronger rather than trying to grab the whole pie.
Mm-hmm.
Or in the movie I was watching the other day, the blueberry pie. Which was poisonous, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a whole nother story.
It was a really cool movie.
But that's the whole thing about, balance. Balance also comes with gratitude. When people are trying to work-life balance because they're trying to hustle, step back and realize that maybe the hustle isn't what you really want. What do you really want? I mean, a lot of us say, oh, I want to be a millionaire. If you ask me, no, I don't want to be a millionaire. I want to have a millionaire life. Now, what does that mean? I want to be able to travel. I want to make my hours. I want to be with the people I want to be with. I want to be with my family and love being with them, not stressed out when I'm with them. I want to be happy with what I have comfortably.
Now, I want to roll back to our title, which was
What's important?
What's important? Nobody gives a damn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you put those two together, that could probably come out with a negative connotation, and that's not what we mean about that. Because what's important to you and nobody cares doesn't mean nobody cares for you.
Correct.
There's a big difference in there. Nobody cares what you've decided to do in life. Nobody cares what path you decide to take. They'll respect you if they're your friend. They will respect you. I always want to say in the morning. They will respect you when you do what you want to do.
And do it to the best of your ability. I mean,
exactly.
Success does not mean billionaire on a yacht. Success is whatever it means to you and what brings you joy and peace at the same time.
Yep.
Success is measured differently from everybody. I mean, if you talk to movie stars, a lot of movie stars, what do? They go off on remote islands or get private yachts to go away. Why? Because they wanted the fame, and now that they have the fame, they kind of want solitude. And then the people who are wanting fame now do, I wish I could have that, but I like walking into the grocery store and nobody hounding me. You see, you've got to be very grateful for the things you have. So what's important? Did you eat today? Good job. Do you have clean water? Good job. You see, the simple things to have gratitude is the important things in life. Everything else is fluff.
And I've got to add, celebrate the little successes.
Celebrate the little things.
Even if it's crazy. I used to do it all the time. I think we talked about this way back. But I was called out because every time I was working on something, I would finish a thing.
Your cigarette.
Yes, and then go outside and have a cigarette when I accomplished a task. Now, I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I would work 5 minutes, go have a
He was
cigarette.
doing his Pavlov's theory with the cigarette.
Right, right. And finally, somebody called me out on it and said, "Do you realize that every time you do a task and you accomplish it, you go outside, have a cigarette, and then you're rewarding yourself?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And I got to thinking about it, and I got to paying attention to it. Yeah, I could spend hours and not go have a cigarette
No,
because I was still working on a task.
What's
Once
funny-
that task was done, though, I went and had a cigarette.
My husband did the same thing, but his reward for himself is he would do something and he would go out into the other room, do a couple of push-ups, and then come back. His reward was working out.
That's just a sick man. Love you, Michael. But that's also what makes him disciplined.
Very disciplined.
That makes him health disciplined, physical fit disciplined. I do not have that discipline. Okay, you halfway have that. You're in between us. Between the three of us, you're in the middle.
Oh yeah,
You know?
because I wobble. I'm very disciplined, but I also am very forgiving to myself, because one of the things I noticed while we were in Croatia this past summer, was I'm turning 58. How many more summers do we have? Have you thought of that?
No, now you're making me old.
Yeah. So how many more? So basically, I'm 60 years old. What is the average age of most people who stop traveling or get sick or can't do
It's
whatever?
like 72 or something.
I'm shooting for 80.
That-
So I have 20 more summers that I can most definitely count on traveling. And that puts life in perspective. We live every day thinking, oh, we're good. I'm healthy. I'm fine. I'm going to keep going. Not realizing that
at any minute, it could be gone.
at any minute it could be gone. And by average age, even if you make it to 100, I only have 40 summers left. I got to get going. So my thought is what's important. Figure it out what's important for you. And don't go on what's important from what everybody else tells you is important. I mean, growing up, what is important? Get out of the house, go get a job, go
Graduate,
graduate, good job,
family.
get married, and have at least 2.3 children, a dog and a cat. I mean, all these things they told us was important, and we all went and did it, and then went, I don't know if I like this job. I don't even know if I want this degree. I don't know. And so the important thing was go out and do something, move, achieve something, figure out where you are, and then apply it to what you love to do. Be happy, because you never know when it's your last summer. You never know when it's the last conversation that you get to have with your best friend. You never know when it's the last time you get to say I love you to anybody in your family. There's so much to be grateful for, and that you need to figure out what's important to you, because you never know. Not to be a downer or anything, but
I don't know, but I think that's a really good point to stop.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I feel it. I feel this is enough for somebody to hear. It's a nice short video.
Good.
So I think we should call it a day. Don't forget to like and share.
Oh, especially on YouTube. Share it
Especially on YouTube. And who are we?
My name is Dr. Michelle Moroz.
Brian Swanson.
We're Denim and Pearls. We're business casual
With pearls of wisdom.
from the porch. See you next week, okay?
Peace.
Peace.